How's it going, everyone? I think it's time we talk about the new Nintendo Direct that came out last week. So this has been very highly anticipated, a Direct, because our last proper Direct was in September, I think, and it wasn't all that great. If I can recall, the only new announcement was the Xenoblade Definitive Edition port thing that came out this year, that is a bit disappointing, but it was a full Direct and it had loads of other stuff. It was just good to get a full Direct, full length, lots of little bits. There's lots of things that make up a Direct, like day one, things that drop right after the show, or demos that come out, or just new indie games and stuff. So that was still a good Direct to have. But then in March, we got a proper mini Direct, which was, mini wasn't really what we were looking for, but minis can still have lots of cool stuff. Minis can still be good. I think that was the second worst Direct we've ever had. There was nothing new at all. The only new thing was that the next Smash Bros character was confirmed to be coming from the ARMS series. And that was very poor. That was a very poor showing from them. Now, I'm not going to get into, coronavirus restrictions and delays and stuff, because it's not about that. It's about the fact that they put on a show and didn't have anything to show. So then, now actually one thing I will say is that people were, being like, oh, we haven't had a Direct since September, oh my god, we haven't had, but you have to take into account, we got the Byleth showcase, we got, I think, 2 indie Directs, we also got an Animal Crossing mini thing, so we did have some things that were they're not as good as a Direct, but at least we were getting some stuff, at least, I'm not the biggest fan of the way that they do that. I'd rather have a Direct, but I don't think it was as bad as some people are saying, because I felt like every week there was something to look forward to. I think there was also a Pokemon showcase, or there was the Pokemon showcase where they unveiled that MOBA game, which actually looks quite fun. But anyway, then we got this Partner Showcase. Now, Partner Showcase, we've never had that before. People are saying that was obvious. That was like, oh, it's obvious they're not going to show a lot of stuff here, that it's going to be indies and small stuff. That is not obvious to me. That is not obvious. Partner Showcase, partner implies strong relationship. So I don't think I'm out of line for expecting maybe Bayonetta 3, No More Hero, games that are coming exclusively to Switch that people are hype about. I don't think I was out of line assuming that and thinking that and getting hyped for that. I even thought there might be Mario & Rabbids Kingdom Battle 2. Was that silly? Yes, and even looking back on it, it was stupid. But especially because Ubisoft said they were going to have another show of their thing, and partners, they're close. I think I was not out of line to expect something big, something bigger than what we got. And even a first party thing, because Partner Showcase, that doesn't just mean there's loads of rumours going around that we could have got the Mario remix at the end. We could have got extra announcements. Just because it's about the partners doesn't mean they can't have their own announcement. But what we got was the worst Direct we have ever had, I think. It was only 8 minutes. I'll go through what we saw, but it was extremely poor. And I'm just going to go through it now. So we had, what did the show open with? The show opened with, I'm pretty sure, Cadence of Hyrule DLC. That's fine. That's a fine announcement. But, and that's good that that's there, to supplement something bigger. That is the free thing, that's the free extra DLC thing that's cool. And it's coming out in 3 waves, and one of the waves came out today, or the day it dropped. The day the Direct dropped. We got that, which that's fine. And then, after that, we got... What did we get? Oh my, I might get this out of order. Hang on. There was a WWE game that just looked so bad, graphically and gameplay, and it just looked terrible. Who buys those games? Who actually buys a Switch and buys those games? Who are they selling those games to? I don't get it at all. We got that. We got this shooter game port thing that actually, it runs really well. During the thing I was like, damn, that runs really well. That looks good. But it wasn't hype, it wasn't exciting, it wasn't worth a Direct. If that was a trailer on YouTube, fine. this whole thing could have just been a series of trailers. Cadence of Hyrule DLC, fine. WWE, waste of time. And then the shooter thing was kind of cool, but not hype at all. Because it was just a shooter game. It wasn't made by Nintendo. It wasn't anything. It was fine. And then after that, we got Shin Megami Tensei announcements. So the Shin Megami Tensei announcements we got were a port of the third one, and we got not even gameplay, an update. We got just a cinematic trailer about Shin Megami Tensei 5. I get why people are getting excited about it. It's just, to me, people are saying that, the direct was amazing because it showed Shin Megami Tensei 3 and a trailer for 5. That's so cool. No, it isn't cool. That's not cool. A port of a game coming early next year, so obviously they've just thrown these announcements in just to try and show, the direct isn't complete shit. No, because we've got a port and also a trailer that showed you nothing about the fifth one, just that it still exists. That's not worth a direct. That shouldn't be. They saw that this was a waste of time, so they threw in this announcement for a port that's coming out in spring next year, and then also just a reminder that the fifth one's still coming. This whole thing could have just been a trailer. It could have just been. I personally think that the dislikes should be higher. I'm not a Nintendo hater. I know I'm in my Paper Mario video, but I said, I don't hate what they're doing. I don't hate, everything about, I don't hate them. I love Nintendo. A few things about Paper Mario I don't like, and you're obviously allowed to think whatever you want. It's just, people are going out of their way to defend Nintendo with this direct, when I don't think that's worth it at all. I think just because you got 2 games that you liked, one of them was just a trailer, and one of them again is coming out ages away, just because you got those announcements doesn't make it a good direct. It didn't have a variety of things, it didn't have any new Nintendo games. The port that we got, again, not coming out for ages. So I think people were at first dislike bombing it, then other creators were, why are you guys dislike bombing it? So then people are starting to undislike it. If you want more 8-minute showcases of indie games that could have easily been trailers with no hype, and directs just turn into events with no hype, no excitement, then fine, like the video. But if you don't want that, show Nintendo you don't want that. Don't just like everything they do because you like Nintendo. I think people are way too light on Nintendo for some of the things that they do, and they tend to overly defend Nintendo because of their nostalgia and how much they've loved Nintendo, but they can do bad things. If you don't like this, then dislike it, but don't complain at others for disliking it. If you want directs to continue to be exciting and new announcements and not turn into things that come out once a month and have no announcements. They threw in the Shin Megami Tensei announcements just to please the fans and to be like, this direct isn't terrible. So that's why people are, it's like, come on, we got a few things, we got those 2 things, that does not warrant a direct. And both of those games were probably not even ready to be announced. They just threw them in here so that people wouldn't completely destroy the dislike ratio. You can like the trailers. If you go onto YouTube, on Nintendo's channel, they uploaded the trailers individually. You can like them and love that they're doing that. But the direct itself is what's the issue, if you like it, they're just going to keep doing it. If you like the video, Nintendo are going to keep... maybe they don't even care about like to dislikes, but they must see if it does have an overwhelming amount of dislikes. They're like, we should probably stop doing this, because people don't like it. And again, it's about people being overly light on Nintendo and complaining, whinging at the fans, being like, why you... People just complaining, you didn't get what you wanted, you didn't get Breath of the Wild 3 confirmed, you didn't get Pikmin 4 releasing today, you didn't get an amiibo of Reggie. No, we just want a good event. There are people out there who are going to complain because they didn't get what they wanted, but for the majority of people, we just want a good event that has games. If you don't have the games to show, don't hold a direct. This was not worth a direct. People who are overly defending Nintendo are just going to keep making these directs a normality, and they're not understanding the other side of the coin here, how people just want announcements for new things. They want directs to feel like they're worth it. They want cool things to be shown. Again, I know some things could be delayed and stuff, and I don't think it's looking great for Nintendo this year. But why did they even have the direct? This could have just been trailers. It's just the people who are being like, oh, you didn't get what you wanted, you didn't stop complaining that you didn't get what you wanted. This isn't about that. This isn't about expecting too much from Nintendo. This is expecting a decent showing of games. I didn't expect a new Zelda or the new Mario. I didn't expect that from a partner showcase. But do you know what I did expect? Some games to play on my Switch that don't look shit. I'm sorry that I expected that. And also I expected more than one port. I know I've said this like 20 times. Is coming out ages away. And also the 5th game, just a trailer that is coming, but no gameplay, no date, nothing. Or maybe we did get a 2021 date, but that still didn't show anything. They just put that in there so people can be like, oh, I'm a Shin Megami Tensei fan, I like the Direct. Why won't people like the Direct? It was so good. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. As a Direct, it was bad. It was. And that's okay to think like that and feel like that. Don't let people tell you that you can't not like it. Don't overly hate Nintendo for it, but dislike the video if you feel like you didn't like the showing, if you didn't like them doing the Direct. I'm not telling you what to like and not like, but don't pander to Nintendo like so many other people do. Alright, I'm done. I'm gonna go. Please just subscribe, please. It's just like one click and then you're done. You don't even have to turn notifications on. I don't care. Just press the button, please.